Welcome back, folks. Heather here. Congratulations on making it through week 1. I have really enjoyed viewing and commenting on your introductory videos. Just a reminder, I would prefer that you post them from YouTube into the area that I had you post. Some of you sent like an MP4 file, and when I'm at my desk in my office, that's fine, but oftentimes I'm grading at home from my personal computer, and it takes a long time for those videos to download. So please make sure you're following the directions that specifically ask you to upload to YouTube and then copy and paste your link that way, because that's the most accessible form for me to view and to grade. Now, we're not going to be having too many opportunities where you are going to have to record a video and then submit that video, but when we do, just a reminder to please post them, upload them on YouTube, so that way you can copy and paste the link wherever I need you to. Thanks so much for that. I have opened up lesson 2. I try to open them up just a couple days early to give you an opportunity to start reviewing and looking at what to expect in that lesson. If you take a look, this is the student view in our course homepage in E360, and the lesson is titled The What and Why of Communication. So if I open that up, this gives you an overview of what to expect within the lesson, along with the lesson due dates, the competency that we're working with, and the lesson objectives. I try to keep the layout consistent throughout each learning plan, and it will start with the overview, followed by the chapter reading. So in this case, you'll be reading Chapter 1 in the 13th edition of Adler, Rodman, and Dupree, Understanding Human Communication, 13th edition. Super important to have that edition because it will match the quizzes when I tell you to locate page numbers and that sort of thing. It will be in the most recent edition. So read Chapter 1, and then I've put a PowerPoint in here, and there's a notes section in the PowerPoint. So if I just upload this quickly here. This is what the PowerPoint for Chapter 1 will look like. Key concepts, different slides on different things, and then you'll notice a notes section. Oops. Just do that. And oftentimes it'll say click to add notes, and sometimes there will be notes already in place if there needs to be. For example, if we go here, how to be alone, it gives you the YouTube link here. So this PowerPoint is just another learning tool for this lesson. It can be used as an additional learning tool, I should say, for this lesson. And then anything in the PowerPoint that's interactive, for example, where it asks you here on slide 14, how many of the activities in the video are you comfortable doing alone? I'm not assigning those sorts of activities to be posted into the lesson plan. So those are just, again, additional opportunities for you to take time to learn these key concepts that we're working with. But I won't normally ask you to complete this and submit to the lesson itself. What I will have you post to is this week you have a discussion post, and this is all about using social media and your experience with social media. I ask you to click on these 2 links here and read through the articles given, and then in the discussion area, post your opinion on whether or not the individuals depicted in these articles should have lost their jobs. That's number 1. And then number 2, I want you to list 5 dangers that people should be aware of when it comes to social media. Are there other precautions that people should take? So I want you to do those 2 objectives, I guess you could say. and you'll post them within the same discussion board. In order to obtain the full 5 points, your submission should answer the questions in no less than 5 sentences, and your replies must be no less than 3 sentences to obtain the full 5 points. This whole discussion post is worth 10 points altogether. 5 for your original post, 5 for your 2 replies to at least 2 other classmates. Here's the catch. As it states on the course calendar, your original post will be due by Saturday, September 9th, 11:59 p.m., and then your replies will be due Sunday, September 10th by 11:59 p.m. You might be asking yourself, why do I ask you to post on Saturday instead of Sunday? Saturday posting will allow everyone in the class an opportunity to respond to at least 2 other classmates by that due date on Sunday. It's been my experience that if given a Sunday due date for original posts, students will wait till last minute, and that's not productive with an online learning environment. So Saturday is the original posting due date, and then your replies are due by Sunday. Next, you have a communication model assignment. This model is 2 parts, a visual part and then a written part. So I want you to follow the directions given. In this green box, it gives you the directions, or you can open the Word document file. And it'll look like this. So part 1 asks you to create a visual transactional model of communication from your own personal experience. This can be work-related, it could be with a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship, whatever type of communication situation you want to use. Once you've created this model, you need to identify these 7 elements here: communicators, environment, message, noise, channel, encoding, decoding, and feedback. I just realized that adds up to 8, not 7. Sorry about that. And then in the written portion, you can put all of this on a Word document if you want. The model and the written portion, just create a new page. And I want you to illustrate how the elements here apply to the model, and then identify how each participant, and it's got to be you and another person, fulfilled the responsibilities of the model. Talk about what elements impacted the model, and then suggest techniques for improving the outcome of the communication situation. If you chose a situation that was fine, you might just say that there are no techniques to suggest to improve because the situation had a positive outcome or a productive outcome, whatever you want that to be. The written and the model scale of how you'll be evaluated is here, and it's on a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 scale. And you need to submit this to the Dropbox. So if you go down, Dropbox is located right here. You'll submit it to that Dropbox by uploading the file wherever you save it. So you can save it on a, a USB drive like this, or you could save it to your computer. You could save it to your N drive if you're at school. But wherever you save it, you need to upload it here. Let me just give you an example. And then it will populate here, and you just hit the submit button. And then you'll notice that it tells you you submitted the following files to this Dropbox, and it shows you what you've submitted. Remember to, wherever you save the document, to make sure that you have your name in part of the title, the title of the assignment, so then that way I can know whose is whose. But you'll submit there. It will tell you that you've successfully submitted it if you have. If you have not successfully submitted it, a warning or error message will pop up to let you know that. So you do get communication to let you know if it has or has not been submitted correctly. And we'll go to this Dropbox here, and then I will grade it when I get to it. Let's go back to the lesson then. Oops. You will notice that I've provided you with the rubric that shows you how you'll be graded. I've also provided you with an example of a model and a paragraph example. So here's the model in a Word document, and then right below that is the paragraph. So part 1 is the model and all of the elements in the model, and then part 2 is the written part. Both of those need to be submitted to the Dropbox in E360 by Sunday, September 10th, 11:59 p.m. Then you have a chapter quiz. The quiz is worth 10 points. There are 5 questions that are multiple choice and 5 questions that are true and false. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. You are allowed to take the quiz multiple times up until the due date or until you reach a 100, whatever comes first. If you want, you can use your textbook. It's an open book quiz. You can use any of the elements and tools that have been given to you in this lesson to complete this quiz. But the quiz needs to be completed by Sunday, September 10th, 11:59 p.m. Then the lesson just gives you a reminder. Did you read chapter 1? Did you complete the discussion post? Did you submit the communication model assignment? And did you take the quiz? If you can check all those things off, you've successfully completed lesson 2. And then I tell you, you rock, because you do once you're all done with that stuff. If you have any questions on this lesson, please feel free to email, call, or stop by, whatever's most convenient for you. I'm happy to help any way I can. I understand that these first few weeks of the semester are challenging because you're learning a new management system. You're learning about my expectations of what I want from you. So please do not hesitate to let me know of any questions that you have. Keep up the good work. Thanks.